What they don't tell you about self-portraiture is you're basically just playing the long game of creating a meme library for yourself. I now have a pretty solid, aggressive reaction meme that I can use for whatever I may choose for the rest of my life. So that's fun. This painting is called Consubstantial with the Mother. Each of the gems in this painting corresponds with a planet in our solar system, and the positioning of the gems is based on my own personal birth chart. So for example, I have Mercury in Virgo in my 9th house, and the orbit is based on that. I did have to rotate my chart in order to position the gems in places I wanted them to show up visually. But yeah, each of the orbits and positioning is based off of my real birth chart. That was fun to put together. I'm hesitant to fully explain any painting that I make for two main reasons. Number one is I do believe that art should be a very personal and individual viewing experience. If you connect with a painting for a certain reason, I don't want my original intentions in making something a certain way to infringe upon your intimacy with the painting. Art is subjective. We view art differently based on our own different lived experiences, and I want to keep that lens of perception as pure as possible. The second reason I don't like to over-explain my work is one of my main purposes in making art is so that I can express and articulate things that I did not have words for in the first place. So trying to explain verbally something that I could not originally explain verbally, you see how that just, it doesn't. But Consubstantial with the Mother is a very personal piece. It's basically getting into a lot of thoughts I've had in the last year or so about religion, spirituality, women, and the divine creation and anger that comes along with being a woman. I am not someone that really expresses my anger at all. It takes a lot to get me angry, but when that does happen, I rarely express it. There's not a single person in my life who has actually seen me make that face. What's funny too is like very few people will actually see this painting in person. I don't expect anyone to purchase it, so it's likely going to just live in my home for as long as I live. I love this painting. I think it's probably the best thing I've ever made. It's a pretty loud painting, but that's one of the first things my sister said when she saw it in person. She's like, holy shit, I can hear this painting. There are pretty common themes and symbols in this painting that are often associated with femininity. And again, it's totally up for interpretation. I will say that making this painting was like the most fun I've had making a painting. Usually when I'm painting an expression, like a human facial expression, I find myself mimicking that expression. And when I was working on my face in this, I found myself like grinning from ear to ear. It was kind of weird. It just felt really good to paint that face. Anyway, that is Consubstantial with the Mother. I would love to hear your interpretation of it, and my commissions are open if you want a similar painting for yourself.